So, apologies if you weren't here when we read through this before. I can give you the short version, but I'm not gonna read the whole story again. We're gonna skip this, and for ease of use, or for ease of just like getting through it as quickly as possible, probably gonna skip most of the cutscenes as well, but not this one. I like this one.
The beast approaches.
Oh, I know.
I actually tell her I spoiled myself a little bit, but there is a new ending, and I now know how to get it. Oh, NieR, sweetie, what are you holding on to right now? What is this? You know, let's mess with the spear. But I'm not.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
So I'm not super upset that I,
Lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
My sword feels lighter, NieR says, using a spear. Oh, right. I mean, it kind of sucks that that I didn't get to see sort of naturally the new stuff on this route as it came up, but it's important because in the original game, and the difference between the playthrough of ending B and C is practically non-existent. And if I had not actually looked up how to do the new ending, I probably wouldn't have known. And I would have just gotten to a point where I was like, okay, I gotta find out what's going on.
Alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Oh, that is annoying, Ram.
Oh, hey.
I'm not too worried about it. There was always going to come a point where I was gonna need to actually look up, like, okay, what's the new stuff so I don't miss it.
Emil, you were the one calling
God,
me.
the softness in her eyes right now.
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Shit. That's a long time.
A little bit.
Any luck with Yonah?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Yeah, I noticed in this version specifically, Kaine looks very, very
Kaine waking from her long petrified
vulnerable.
sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness.
For some reason.
Our reunion was a happy one.
For some reason, this might be like the third time you've seen. I don't know why that would be.
That is
crazy.
Until Devola and Popola had to go and ruin it all. Are you kidding me?
Can't be serious.
People
Try to
are tired
understand.
This is
People are
crap,
tired.
you know
This
it.
is crap.
We can sleep outside.
They have
No
to sleep
one's
outside.
sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later. Sorry about this.
I wonder about that, actually, Teller. We've kind of talked about the differences between first
is the
half
matter?
NieR and second half NieR, and we're a lot more used to murder boner second half NieR. But in the first half, I still think that NieR doesn't see shades. In the first half, NieR looks at killing shades as a means to an end, and in the second half, killing shades is the end. I mean, on some level, it's finding Yonah, but I think to some extent, he somewhat just loses track of that and just goes on a revenge, hate, murder tour. Not to say he doesn't care about Yonah, it's just... Well, I didn't even mean to do that. Well, I mean, until I did, but...
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now.
Hey, welcome back home to better internet. We are just beginning ending C. Good night, Marcus. I thought you already left, but I guess I didn't say good night before. So good night this time, unless it's good night next time. Yeah, Cell, this is the beginning of ending. This is the beginning of ending C. The big stuff, you got some extra dialogue on ending B between, I do know, Marcus. We got some extra dialogue between Kaine and Tyran. That was a big thing. The ending itself focused on original Shadow Lord NieR and Yonah, and kind of like flashed back to them. So that's mostly what that was about. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and we saw Emil Head.
Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
Emil Head survived the explosion.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devola.
But not the last.
For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades.
So here's the thing. There are a couple of small new cutscenes in ending C, but
Really, how can I blame Devola and Popola?
seems like 95% of it is going to be exactly the same.
I'm just as bad.
So we are
Because I never
going
once stopped
to
think
skip
about
most
Kaine
of the
and Emil's
main
situation
cutscenes
myself.
and just kind of shotgun everything. We have all the weapons, so we just have to get to the ending now. Except for when I really, really like the
I should
cutscenes.
apologize to Kaine and Emil,
Because this one's really good and it warms my heart and I love it.
but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going. Kaine.
Wait, is that?
Campfires are weird, aren't they? feel like I could stare at the flames forever.
Well, don't get all googly-eyed and catch your clothes on fire.
Obviously.
I love that little conversation
I'm so
goes on in
happy
the
to get to
background.
talk to you again, Kaine.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
He's so precious.
Hey, Emile. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emile. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
That's literally the least true thing you've ever said ever.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid, before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak.
I actually want to address that. There is one line that is absolutely chilling if you know what they're talking about. When you read through her story, which we just skipped over, one of the things that the bully says is when they're like, and it starts off with her being bullied by those kids, right? So one of the things that the bully says when they're like throwing rocks and blocking her from leaving and everything, he says the words, "Show me." And I didn't it doesn't go into any detail of what he's talking about. They just call her freak. And then he says, "Show me." And like Kaine's reaction is like to flinch and to shrink back and shake her head. And I don't remember exactly, but it's sort of implied that she doesn't do that by choice. Because shortly thereafter, she's just curled up on the ground being kicked. And that kind of just washes over you the first time because you don't really know what they're talking about. But when you know what they're talking about, fuck. Shit.
But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
Yeah, Marcus, Kaine is intersex, so she has two different sets of sex organs on her body. So the bully, while throwing rocks and bludgeoning her within an inch of her life, says, "Show me," while calling her a freak. And thinking about it.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body.
Yeah, you're right. That's another line. He also says, "Why are you pretending to be a girl? We all know what you really are." And I think, like, what's really subtle about it is that by this point, you know that Kaine is half shade, or possessed by a shade, right? So when they call her freak, and they call her, you know, they call her freak, and they say, why are you pretending to be a girl when we know what you really are, and show me? It's like, those are all things that could be related to her shade possession. But then you find out later that the shade possession hasn't happened yet, because you see the moment that that happens. But then they never circle back around to those early things. They leave it to you to put the pieces together and be like, okay, so then what the actual hell? What in the actual hell were they talking about? Or you could be like me and just forget that happened and not think about it. Yeah, that's true. They do describe her as looking nearly sexless, which, again, you interpret that in a certain way without context. You look at it like, well, yeah, she's like, what, 10? I should hope so. Because you look at it like she doesn't have a developed body. She has, you know, sexless features in terms of like sexuality. The word they could use, but I think intentionally do not use, is androgynous. I wish there was a point in the game where they actually just come out and say it. They hint at it really hard, where you know exactly what they're talking about if you know what they're talking about. But I wish there was that moment where it's like, it's this. Because they foreshadow the hell out of it, and it's really good. It's really subtle hints towards it. But, like, it needs to be said at some point.
I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay. Can we just forget I told you about that?
Anyway.
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devola and Popola.
Very well.
So, TLDR. I love Kaine. She's a wonderful character. I did not expect... I did not expect what they... I did not expect what they did with her to be executed in such a reasonably progressive way.
I should talk to Devola first.
Wait, what? Oh, right, she's out in the...
Hey.
Oh, hi. I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Shadow
Sorry
Lord.
about yesterday.
Sorry,
need to
don't
let-
apologize. We're sorry. Wait, no, you're singing. Shit. Once again, everyone, that's Emmy Emmons. Emmy Evans. That's Emmy spelled E-M-I. Emmy Evans. Remember the name. It helps that, like, oh yeah, no, absolutely. And tell her, like, any representation you do get is generally just, like, left out on the fringe and fetishized to the point where it's no longer useful.
Devola?
Oh,
Look,
stop.
Didn't do anything,
You're
neither
just
did you. Trying to protect. Very good.
The temple.
That's it.
Oh,
but
So, yes, it took...
Take the
the
boat to
ferry
the Lost
accident-
Shrine. We're gonna pick up the...
all right.
And for...
Cool. Because the thing is, tell her, like...
The path above the entrance to the shopping district.
how excellent to know the canal is finished.
The thing is,
Hopefully
like...
this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yonah. Let's use it as often as we need.
When... Hold on. Is my... Excellent. Okay. So yeah, more often than not, what you actually get, you very rarely see... You very rarely get to see someone with a trans or intersex identity.
That red bag. By my pages.
Sorry about rip this guy.
Sure, apparently.
Oh,
Thank it.
Yep, you're the full-time ferryman now. Got it. Full-time, forever. So you very rarely get to see representation of a trans or intersex character
Lost
without it
Shrines-
being
well,
A, fetishized, and then even when you do get it, you never actually see the side of it that is them actually going through some shit because of their identity, because of who they are. Robot's gonna make some shade friends. So this is like, even though there are problematic elements of this, including one in particular that I'm very upset about. In this remake specifically, which is fucking, like, the fact that we're doing this in 2021 now, just like, it boils me. But by and large, oh, Teller, did you not hear about the achievement? The Kaine-related achievement in this version of the game. Yeah, it takes a lot of the good that they do. It takes a lot of the good that they do for this and just it just cheapens it. It just Oh no.
Ain't you excited, sunshine? We finally
Graham,
get
the
to
offer
bathe in
stands.
blood.
Like I said, just message Jesse
Don't
if you
talk
need
to
if
me.
you need details.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Oh yeah, I don't believe Taro is responsible for it at all. Like I'm not concerned.
This is all too easy.
Well, yeah, when you run past everyone. So Kaine is special because you see a real representation of this character, and you see her become harsh and hardened because of what she's had to go through. And it's not a joke or a fetish. It is just real ass life. Her body is not a punchline, and it is not for you to. It's not for you to look at and be like, "Whoa!" She's a human being, and people have made her life miserable because of who she is. And that's a side of this that is important.
What's with these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functional.
Say, I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
And putting it all into perspective, like, once you know, reading back through that stuff with Grandma, holy shit. It is the most heartwarming thing imaginable. Like, I can't even with it. Just some of the stuff that sticks out to me. Putting flowers in her hair, saying she's beautiful. Telling her there isn't anyone else like her in the whole world. Celebrating the fact that she's different. Oh, hey, we got that. It's just absolutely, like... They're all friends now. This whole story is about the robot shade, or the metal shade, or whatever, being like, I failed in my mission, there's no reason for me to exist.
Emil? Look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun.
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Emil,
You've got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
She's so precious!
we seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
Just kick them aside.
I never even noticed before! Weiss refers to them as helpless puppies, and NieR literally says kick them. Kick the helpless puppies. That is such a summation of exactly what his character is over the second half of the game. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Walter, much like in Automata, a lot of this game's theming revolves around, like, you heard Devola and Popola talk about, like, oh, we don't have souls. We were born without souls.
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that statue. It's the leader.
And I think, you know, what the game wants to ask is like, okay, what does that mean, actually?
Explosion noise!
Oh my.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying here.
Exactly. Like, the whole concept of, like, what does it actually mean to have a soul?
Have you failed?
We're all
the beast?
replicated humans, basically clones, built to just have, like, the original humans placed back within them. But if you're a clone grown for a specific purpose, and then you develop your own sense of self.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hey there,
Like,
you ain't feeling bad this week, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust
like,
for blood.
how is
Embrace
that
this.
not having a soul?
All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
Kaine's the best. Bye, Kaine.
Kaine!
How many times does she die in this game? Like 4?
Oh, you're
Hi,
kidding
Squirrel.
me.
Yes, Tyrant is the shade,
Kaine!
Tyrant is the shade possessing Kaine. God, that's so much blood.
Kaine! Are you alright? Kaine!
Yeah, and as a result,
I fear there is little we can do for her.
No! Kaine!
as a result, Kaine has, she's kind of got a get out of jail free card when it comes to mortal damage.
It's all over for you, sunshine.
Kaine! Kaine!
So that's the shade part.
It's Kaine's shade!
With no other choice, we must strike it down.
Kaine!
Did it.
Come back!
She's back. Poke.
Oh dear.
We're a bit strong, so we're gonna be alright.
Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine!
That's such a good line. Kaine's like, shouldn't you, like, not want us to kill shades? Aren't you a shade? Why would you want to kill your own people? And Tyron's like, what do you think, I'm some kind of racist? I kill indiscriminately.
I couldn't hold it back.
I just want to bring us back for a second and just remember for a moment how fucking beautiful this song is. I cry every single time. Like, even when I'm not playing, this will come up on a YouTube playlist or something and I'll be like, fuck, oh god.
I can't be with...
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine.
This is the part...
I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak, and I'm sad, and I'm lonely. But you make me strong. You're my friend, and I need you. So don't you dare leave me!
The text...
All right. Stop crying.
The text in this game is almost all advanced manually, outside of cutscenes. That is a moment where Emil's... Oh my god. Like, that lift. Just, Jesus Christ.
And... thanks. I'm all right.
Over there.
Anyway.
And what is this,
Beats me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you.
Weiss, you
Well,
don't know what
let's
it
go
says
ask
either.